you all for being here. First of all, there's many rumors about Erick Salgado, and most of those rumors are because a lot of people are afraid that we're going to come with a lot of votes and a victory in this upcoming election. But the reality and the truth is that the way I started this race was not because one day I was thinking, well, I want to become mayor. I was born in New York City, and when I was 2 years old, he had to go back to Puerto Rico because I was born with a chronic asthma. When my father went back to Puerto Rico, he didn't know how to speak Spanish. I was raised there, and then I came back when I was 17. And since I came, I started working with the most vulnerable one in different communities, and that's how I have this accent. I have been working very strong, helping the most vulnerable one, especially in Bensonhurst, which is a predominant non-Hispanic community. And we have many Russians. We have a good presence of the Jewish community as well, Korean, Chinese, and the Guatemalan community, which is this community that I serve right now as a community leader. And it was my good friend, Gregory Davison, the one to say, listen, we have a meeting with a group of people, especially from the Jewish community, and they would like for you to go as a mayor. I disregard the first phone calls, and I said, I'm going to become mayor. There's many other people qualified, and besides I have this accent. And then I remember what Moshe says, he had a problem with his linguistic approach. And sometimes you put the excuse, but when God has something for you, you have to move forward, believe, and do what you have to do. And it was my friend Jonathan, he's over here, I'm proud for him to be here, the one who actually asked me to run. I spoke to my family, I spoke to my congregation, I spoke to Senator Ruben Diaz, and he said, let's do it. The reality is that for you to understand how the Spanish evangelical community is, we represent 300,000 of us in the city. Although we are Hispanic, we abide mostly by the Jewish law and tradition. And we take that very seriously. In fact, we dedicate ourselves to be 100% pro-Israel. I'm not pandering, that's just the way the Spanish evangelicals are. And I decided to run, and my goal was to motivate the Latino community to come along. We have 2.4 million Latino in our city. We have 1 million of them registered as Democrats. And yes, we could still win this race. All I need is 100,000 of them to come out and vote for me. That's all I need. But for that, we need money to put advertisement in the Channel 47, Channel 41. And let me tell you, with the amount of money that we raise, right now, all the other candidates altogether, they have $10 million. I ran this campaign so far with $250,000. And we went over South Albany, we went and tied up with John Lewis so far, with all the millions that they had. So we're causing a lot of trouble in this year. The first thing that we was able to accomplish, I don't know if you remember, by August, Christine, we had 37% in the poll. She was almost a secure win. Well, I declared in April 4, and she went down from 37 in the first week to 30. The next week from 30 to 25. And now she is from 20 to 19. In other words, nobody's going to win in this race. A gentleman told me, oh, I'm afraid to vote for you, Salgado, because I might lose my vote. You might not win. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to win. We're going to go for a runoff. So we have to come strong on this primary. We have to make a statement. And I know we have many things in common. This is all about faith. This is all about fighting for what is right. This is all about fighting for what is left from our society.